Good morning. Thank you very much. Can I introduce all of our semifinals? The game of stars for each teams will begin with the High School Eagles.
Hey, good morning. We welcome you back to the Lakeland Center here on the FHSAA network as we move today into Class 6A, our first semifinal this morning between the Edgewater Eagles out of Orlando with a record of 26-4, coached by Malcolm Lewis, and the Pensacola Tigers, coached by Allison Davis with a record of 26-2. Along with the coach Rick Victor of Lake Nona High School in Orlando, I'm Marty Paulman, welcoming you back to the Lakeland Center. And Coach, you were here all day yesterday as we saw state champs crowned in 3A and 4A. Gainesville PK Young winning in 3A and 4A. It was Dunbar from Fort Myers, and then last night we had a couple 5A semifinals, which sets up a 5A championship game between Bartram Trail and Fort Lauderdale Dillard. We'll try to win 3 in a row, and today we move into Class 6A.
Great games yesterday. A lot of fun for me. I'll tell you what, basketball, this is the best time. You know, they call it March Madness, but we're still in February. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but it's an opportunity of a lifetime, and I really am having a lot of fun. So it's good to have and working with you guys too.
Well, if you want to get a DVD, you want to remember this game or any game, the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals, be sure to go to FHSAsports.com. You can order a DVD of this game and this broadcast and every broadcast this week and next week. The boys basketball finals for the Lakeland Center makes a great gift for family, friends, or just fans of these teams. So again, go to FHSAsports.com for DVDs of this broadcast. Now we move to the Edgewater Pensacola matchup, our first of 2 6A semifinals this morning. Coming up at noon, we'll have Miami Norland and Winter Haven. Really for Edgewater, what you look at is Alexis Prince, their big 6'2", I guess she plays guard forward, is heading to Baylor.
Well, she is 6'2", and she will be playing a guard.
As she is the number 21, the 6'2" senior guard. The rest of the lineup for Edgewater. Number 2, 5'9" senior forward Lauren Bornstein. Number 15, 5'8" sophomore point guard Haley Clark. Number 20, 5'7" sophomore guard Markema Crawford. We mentioned Alexis Prince, number 21. And number 22, 5'11" sophomore guard Nyala Schuler. The starting lineup for the Edgewater Eagles out of Orlando. Coached by Malcolm Lewis, who's in his 13th year with 250 wins all time. Starting lineup for Pensacola, number 4, 5'7" senior guard Kyla Mohammed. Number 21, a 6'2" senior center for Shauna Williams. Number 22, 6'1" junior center Kayla Thompson. Number 32, 5'1" junior forward Chelsea Gibson. Actually listed at 5'11". And number 42, a 5'10" senior forward Samantha Hurley. And boy, the first thing we noticed when we looked at this Pensacola lineup, they're going big in this game.
Well, they go big across the front. It's 6'1", 6'2", and they'll go 5'10". And you know they're taller than Edgewater, but you got to understand something. Edgewater right now is the, well, as they say, the odds-on favorite. If there's
well, you know, they say that.
They say that, and I got to tell you, I take a look at the schedules that both teams have played. Pensacola has not played the kind of talented teams across the board than Edgewater has. Edgewater has lost to Dr. Phillips, one of the top 8A schools in the state, actually in the country.
They'll play tonight.
Yeah, and they play tonight. And, of course, then they went out to the Tournament of Champions out in Vegas, and they lost to St. Joe's Academy out of Missouri. They lost to Long Beach Polytechnic out of California, and they lost to Whitney Young out of Chicago. And then, of course, then you got to take a look. They beat Edison out of California. They beat Lourdes, and they beat St. Francis out of Georgia, and they beat Columbia out of Georgia. So the competition level of Orlando versus Pensacola, I think, has an edge.
The only loss for Edgewater in the state this year, their last game of the season, and lost by 7 to Dr. Phillips. That's not a bad loss to only lose by 7 to that team.
No, but then let's give credit, too, to Pensacola. They're coming in on a 15-game winning streak since losing back-to-back games to Buchholz and Dwyer. But again, that's complimentary, but I question whether or not the schedule that they have is as difficult as the Edgewater Eagles.
Well, Pensacola is here in Lakeland for the 5th year in a row. Runners up 3 of the last 4 years. So they've gotten to this level. They haven't quite been able to get over the hump. Allison Davis in her 19th year did lead Pensacola to the state championship in 1997. She's made plenty of appearances. Also 2006 as a state runner-up. So 4 of the last 6 years this Pensacola team has made to the state championship game. Well, and they've been in the semifinal around 5 years in a row.
And I tell you what, you take a look. She's got 419 wins in her career. So she's doing something right.
For Edgewater, Malcolm Lewis, 250 wins in 13 years. Edgewater last year in 2009 lost in the semifinals to Lake Mary, 59-52 in Class 6A. Last year, Pensacola lost to St. Pete Lakewood, 53-44 in the 4A championship game. But Edgewater was state champs in 2007. We're ready for basketball as Edgewater wearing the red with the white letters and numerals, the white stripes. We're having the issue is we have cheerleaders and a band from Pensacola and from Edgewater. So Edgewater cheerleaders are here at least. So.
And we had to do some household maintenance here.
And inbounds pass goes directly to Edgewater. It's an easy layup for number 20, Markema Crawford. As Pensacola is wearing the white uniforms with the garnet letters and numerals, burgundy you could say, and the white trim as well. As the shot by Kayla Thompson is missed from about 15 feet. Missed everything. Rebound now to Edgewater. There's a jumper from the left wing. It's a three-pointer no good by Nyala Schuler, and here comes Pensacola heading the other way. Kyla Mohammed has it taken away. And now the steal by Lauren Bernstein. We're underway 2-0. Edgewater leads it. There's a 3 try. It's good. That's Haley Clark hitting the 3 for Edgewater. And it's an early 5-0 lead for the Edgewater Eagles, who made it to Lakeland by beating Heritage 80-16, Melbourne 72-48, and Gainesville 94-61. Some of their scores this year are just ridiculous to look at almost. Pensacola, as the pass goes down low to Thompson. Thompson missed everything, had it partially blocked, and the rebound ends up with Edgewater.
Well, you want to talk about the fastest 12 seconds in basketball. Edgewater will not take very long to get a shot off.
Now driving the baseline is Crawford. Her shot's no good, but now they're going to call it travel on Edgewater. So Edgewater turns it over for the first time. Pensacola's road to Lakeland. They beat Fort Walton Beach 58-37. Choctawhatchee 79-48, and then St. Augustine on the road by 24, 82-58. So Pensacola looking for their first basket, down 5-0. This is Prashana Williams, top of the key. Now over to the right wing, it's Gibson. She'll try a three. It misses short of the rim. Rebounded by Nyala Schuler, and Edgewater now on the run. Clark across half court, driving the baseline. Now over back to the left wing. Now to the top of the key, it's Clark again. Clark up and under. Nice move, though. Shot hits the bottom of the backboard. Edgewater gets the loose ball, and then Pensacola takes it away. Here comes Muhammad the other way. Kyla Muhammad drives in. Her shot blocked by Alexis Prince. And there you see the 6'2 senior who will be, we saw a player yesterday who's going to Baylor, Nia Johnson, win a state title for PK Young. Then we got another Baylor signee here in Alexis Prince.
Well, and the difference is Nia's a legit point guard. And basically, Alexis will be at 6'2", might play a little bit of post, but she can come out. She can definitely shoot the three. She's more of a legit two-guard at the college level.
We
would have never said that.
At 6'2".
At 6'2". We would have never said that 10 years ago.
I was about to say, that's something. Not that Baylor needs a big center. They already have one of those. They're only the best in the country. All right, left wing Pensacola after the Edgewater turnover. The three in and out, no good by Kayla Thompson. And we have a loose ball at jump ball. The possession arrow will keep it with the Pensacola Tigers.
It's amazing how times have changed. Back 5-10 years ago, if you were a 6'2" girl, you would kind of like everybody look at you a little strange. Nowadays, it's becoming more and more predominant.
Inbounds pass is stolen away by Edgewater. This is Crawford, 3-on-1 for Edgewater. Crawford misses the layup, followed by Clark is good. Haley Clark has 5 early on. And it's an early 7-0 lead for Edgewater, and Pensacola kind of in trouble early as Mohammed does get it across the half-court line barely, and then that pass is tipped, almost intercepted. But it ends up in the hands of Gibson. And then Gibson throws it away right to Prince. Now Prince on the run, one-on-one with Mohammed. Prince around Mohammed, up and under, and lays it in.
You got to get a timeout here if you're Coach Davis.
Yeah, tough start for Allison Davis's team as Edgewater has come out on a 9-0 run with 5:14 to go in the first quarter. It's an early 9-0 lead for Edgewater as 3 players have scored for the Edgewater Eagles. And I'm not saying that we figured Edgewater was the favorite, but boy, they've come out on fire in this game.
Well, you know what? You can tell the level of confidence. Both teams are very, very confident, but Edgewater, it's like they've got something they want to step up and prove that they're one of the best in Central Florida. And to do that, to be compared to their counterpart that they lost to by 7, Dr. Phillips right now, they've got to step their game up. To win a 6A title, if DP or University win tonight, whoever I would say has got to be the odds-on favorite to win the state title in 8A. It means 2 state titles in Orlando.
That's happened before.
Many times, I think, over the last few years. It's one of those, it's kind of like a bragging point for the city.
Well, Edgewater has 3 players averaging double figures. Prince averages 19.3 a game. Markema Crawford at 15.7. Nyala Schuler at 10.3. And for Pensacola, their leading scorer, a little more balanced, is Prashana Williams, averaging 12 points a game. Actually, pardon me, I'm not looking at the right thing there. It's Chelsea Gibson averaging 18.5 points a game. Prashana Williams averages 12 rebounds as Pensacola gets its first basket, and that is Chelsea Gibson hitting the shot. She gets on the board. On the other end, Edgewater missing a long 2 by Crawford. Put back no good. Prince gets the 3rd shot and puts it back up and in. Couple offensive rebounds. Edgewater now 11-2. Now quickly the other way, and the shot blocked. Shermina Hunter had her shot blocked. Prince ahead of the pack, but she threw it too far. Saved, though, and it's a layup. Boy, nice play by Schuler, who saved it to Markema Crawford. She scores, and it's 13-2. A trip? No, they're going to say offensive foul.
And that one's easy because Borstein was literally just sitting right on the sideline, and they just kept, Pensacola just kept going right through. It made an easy call for the official.
And Gibson picks up her first foul. That's the first foul of the game on either team. It goes against Pensacola. Offensive foul right at midcourt.
Marty, one thing you can definitely tell about Edgewater is they know their running game. They are all conditioned to run and not quit running.
Prince had it knocked out of bounds on the baseline, and Prince right now is being, look like she had a 5'4" player guarding her. Now they'll change that up a bit, as that's a bit of an advantage for Edgewater. Inbounds pass thrown deep to Clark. Now it's swinging in the corner to Bornstein to Prince left wing. 13-2 as Prince drives to the corner. She's fouled. And we'll have a foul coming up against Pensacola. It's going to go on Sharmina Hunter, her first. Second team foul.
The big question here is how deep do each team go? You know, we've already seen Pensacola making household changes.
3 in the right corner is good for Marquina Crawford, who's got 7 already in this game. First 3 of the game for either team. It's 16-2. And Edgewater now pressing. Going across half court is A.C. Powell. Then Powell tries to get up to Bianca Brown, and then it's taken away. Prince on the run. What do we have? A carry on Alexis Prince. Tough call there on the run.
Wait a minute. I'll hide my. Okay, never mind. I'll hide my face on that one. I don't know how she could have been called a carry because she actually crossed her over. But it was I tell you what, it happened. Next.
3:48 to go, first quarter. We have our first media timeout. Edgewater leads Pensacola 16-2, and I thought coming into this game we would have ourselves a pretty classic semifinal between really a tradition-rich program in Pensacola. But this Edgewater team has kind of been focused all year to get to this point. And early on, even though it's 10 a.m., they've come out on fire.
Well, you know, what's that tell you? School started 3 hours ago.
Well, I guess that's true. They could play at 7 a.m., right?
I don't know if I'd say 7. We'll make it 8.
They get 8.
that way they're well into the first period, and they can kind of get themselves going.
That's a good point. But Edgewater comes out with their top 3 players scoring. Clark with 5, 7 for Crawford, 4 for Prince. And it's a 16-2 lead early on, and you can tell Edgewater is really putting the pressure on Pensacola.
Well, they will press. They will utilize that 2-2-1 press. And even if they get beat in the first level, their second level, they are so quick in recovery that they will actually do a great job of help side D. And, of course, it's nice having a 6'2" that can block shots cleanly because she jumps so well in Alexis Prince.
She really does. And this is our first 6A semifinal. First of 6 games today, 6, 7, and 8A today. And Kelly Neff will have the next game coming up after this between Miami Norland and Winter Haven. That shot blocked by Alexis Prince. And then the loose ball was thrown away, but it eventually ends up in the hands of Haley Clark. And now Edgewater on the run. Clark now to Prince, free throw line jumper, good. They're making it look easy right now.
They are making it, I'll tell you, it's at 12 seconds.
18-2, Edgewater leads it. Driving all the way in and losing it is Shamina Hunter. And it's going to go back to Edgewater.
Yeah, another turnover. They had that makes their 7th turnover already.
1 of 8 shooting from Pensacola. Edgewater on the other end, 7 for 12. 2 for 2 from three-point land. 7-5 in rebounds, and you're right, 3 assists, 3 turnovers for Edgewater. No assists, 7 turnovers for the Pensacola Tigers right now. That adds up to an 18-2 score. Now Clark to the right wing. This is Schuler. Now back to Clark. Clark tries to dribble to the top to the free throw line. Now up and under. Shot is missed by Schuler. Loose ball on the floor will go out of bounds. And it's going to be Edgewater ball. Bornstein will inbound.
You know, it's interesting watching some teams that can run that, what we call the fastest 12 seconds. There are other teams that can actually run a half court set as well. Edgewater's one of those that will run, but if you make them set up a half-court offense, they're just as dangerous.
Hunter gets her 2nd foul. It's already 3 team fouls on Pensacola as well, none so far against Edgewater. And then the inbounds pass is thrown to the backcourt. That's going to be, well, no, she can retrieve it back there. Never mind, Clark picks it up. Now has it taken away, and a foul called on Pensacola. Boy, a reach in. Looks like they're going to get A.C. Powell this time. That'll be her first, 4th team foul. Not only is Edgewater coming out running, but they're hitting a high percentage of their shots. As Crawford now faces through a double team. Now we'll pull up 18-footer right wing. No good, back of the rim. Rebounded by Powell. Now Powell throws it right to Crawford. A turnover again. Crawford to Bornstein. 3 left wing. It's short. Rebound on the floor, loose ball, and Pensacola. Oops. Sorry over there. Sorry, I couldn't get that ball. I know. Sorry, I could have gone for that one.
Your arms weren't long enough. Some of the kids that we've played together, watched over the last couple days, their arms are longer than both of yours and mine together.
That's true. Edgewater will have the ball inbounds with 2:22 to go here in the period. And the first period, a throw into Haley Clark. Clark now to Prince. Prince looks to drive inside the free throw line. Jumper good. Boy, she can hit from anywhere, it looks like, early.
Like I said, she's going to be a guard at Baylor.
That is a tall,
Isn't that
tall
scary?
guard.
Isn't that scary?
It's a big guard. 8 for Prince, and now another turnover. And Pensacola's in danger of getting blown out of the Lakeland Center. Turnaround jumper, no good, back of the rim for Schuler. Had a good look. One of the few things that's gone wrong for Edgewater in this first period. Pensacola, a dangerous pass in the middle of the court, but it does end up in the hands of Brown. Now across half court to Muhammad. Muhammad dribbles to the left baseline. Muhammad had it taken away, then comes up with it again. Now back to a fake three of the left wing as Matos faked it. Now they will try a three. That's an air ball by Kayla Thompson. Loose ball on the floor. Ends up with Pensacola as Brown had it. Now Brown tries to save it. Now a three right wing. That's good. So Matos, Kaylin Matos, a freshman, hits a three. And Pensacola really needed that. And as they trail it by 15, it's 20-5. Boy, Edgewater really swarming on defense. Bornstein's three left corner is way too strong, but a rebound and an easy putback for Nyala Schuler.
Bornstein's got a very awkward jump shot, high shot, almost like the old Jack Sigma.
Yeah, Jackson, Seattle Supersonics.
How's that for a name out of the past?
Driving in, I like that, as this is Mohammed being fouled. It's the first foul of the game on Edgewater. 22-5 the score.
So here's the trivia. What college did Jack Sigma play at?
Actually played for the Milwaukee Bucks too. Right? Seattle Supersonics, Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
College was a little before my time. But let me see. First foul, actually they say that went out of bounds off Pensacola. Hey. But
Illinois Wesleyan.
See, I would never have guessed that. Driving in, missing the shot off the glass is Tremaine McCullough. We have a jump ball, and the possession arrow will give it back to Pensacola. Illinois Wesleyan saying, no, I wouldn't have gotten that.
There you go. Couple subs come in for Edgewater. Number 4, Amaria Woodruff, and number 23 for Edgewater, Rachel Alpont.
So we're under a minute to go first period. It's 22-5. Mohammed will drive all the way in and lay it up and in. Nice drive by Kyla Mohammed. Her first basket. And Pensacola is now down 15, 22-7. Into the corner, though. Three for Edgewater. No good by Rachel Alpont. And then the rebound taken in by Mariah Woodruff, but she's fouled. And she'll shoot two. That'll be the 15th foul on Pensacola in the first period. Still none on Edgewater. First foul on Kayla Thompson. And Woodruff at the line, a sophomore, misses the first free throw. Where is Illinois Wesleyan even located? I don't know where that is.
Bloomington, Illinois.
It's in Bloomington.
Bloomington, Illinois.
I didn't know that. Well, I know.
Because Illinois State's in
Southern
Normal,
Illinois State's in Normal. That's right. Bloomington, Normal are right next to each other. I have been to Bloomington. I have been to Bloomington, Illinois. I didn't realize Illinois Wesleyan was there, though. So, one of two there for Woodruff. One, Muhammad drives all the way in and lays it up and in. No defense that time. As Muhammad has four. Nice drive to the basket for her, and it's 23-9. Pensacola kind of stabilizing a little bit here after being down 20-2 early. Try for three is no good by Markema Crawford. Rebound, Brown had it, but it's taken back and put up and in by Alpont. That's kind of the way the first period's gone for Edgewater. 5 seconds to go. As Mohammed threw it away, it goes off the hands of Clark out of bounds. They're going to say Pensacola ball with 2.4 seconds to go here in the period. Because I remembered Illinois State was there, but they're two different cities.
Yeah, they're twin cities.
The Redbirds.
Yeah, I can't root for Illinois State. My brother went there.
So last chance for Pensacola. They do get the shot in. Left baseline jumper is too strong by Matos, and that is the end of an excellent first period for the Edgewater Eagles in this 6A semifinal. It's Edgewater 25 and Pensacola 9. We'll return to the Lakeland Center, the Class 6A semifinals in just a moment. You're watching the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect.
prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
All right, welcome back to the Lakeland Center. Our score at the end of the first period of our first of 6 games today for the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals, our 6A semifinal. Edgewater 25, Pensacola 9. Marty Paltman along with the coach Rick Victor courtside here at the Lakeland Center. And boy, coach, in the first quarter, 6 Edgewater players scored. Alexis Prince had 8, as you would expect her to have a good start. 7 for Crawford and 5 for Haley Clark. It was a 20-2 lead, and then Pensacola kind of traded baskets there at the end of the first half. But they got a long road to come back in this game.
They definitely do. They have a very long road to play, and that what they've got to do is execute.
3 from the right wing, no good for Woodruff. Loose ball in the corner. Gibson had him and threw it right to McCullough. McCullough misses the shot underneath. Gets her on a rebound, though. She'll throw it back out to Prince. Now Prince into the corner. Another 3-try left corner. That one's no good. By Crawford again. The rebound underneath goes to Prashana Williams. And Williams is fouled. First foul of the game on Edgewater as we start the second quarter.
Tremaine McCullough for Edgewater coming back from a knee injury that she sustained. She had an ACL, and you see her wearing the knee brace, number 5. She was played originally her freshman year at Wekiva High School. Had a tremendous, was the leading scorer in the Orlando Metro as a freshman.
Okay. Gibson misses the shot on the baseline, and Pensacola fouls on the rebound over the back. Are they going to say it's out of? Nope, they called the foul. Just waiting for the call. 16th foul on the Tigers. First foul on Prashana Williams. So Edgewater ball. Edgewater shoots 56% in the first quarter. 11 for 24, 2 for 6 from three-point range, 1 for 2 at the line. Pensacola had 10 turnovers in the first period, shot 29%. Rebounds were 13-9 in favor of Edgewater, 8-4 on the offensive glass. Drive to the hoop, shot though missed by Woodruff. Loose ball though won by Alpont. Now at the top of the key to Alexis Prince. Prince throws one into Crawford, who drives in, misses a shot, but gets her own rebound again. Now she'll try a 3 this time right wing, and no good again. Loose ball though this time. Prince another rebound. She'll try a 2. It's short, and another loose ball ends up in the hands of Woodruff or McCullough, who misses the shot. Another rebound. Top of the key 3 is good.
That's called persistence.
Crawford with 10. She's hit 2 threes. They had about 5 shots there, and it's 28-9. Mohammed across half court. Now to Kayla Thompson. Thompson's going to try a 3 from way out. Hits it. High arcing shot for Kayla Thompson on the left wing. Second 3 for Pensacola, and they trail it by 16, 28-12.
Non-stop going after the loose balls. Every loose ball that it hits the deck right now, Edgewater gets.
Prince will try a right-handed hook shot. No good from 12 feet. Loose ball, and that's going to be a foul on Woodruff as she fouls Bianca Brown on the rebound. So that's 2 on Woodruff and 2 team fouls on Edgewater. That last possession, though, we talked earlier about Pensacola going big, but they got out of that quickly because they got so far behind, and now Edgewater's dominating the offensive glass. Gibson barely got the pass from the defender, and it's taken away. A steal by Woodruff. Woodruff across half court, and then throws it right into the hands of Kayla Thompson. Thompson ahead to Gibson. Gibson drives in. Her layup good. 4 for Gibson is 28-14. Pensacola cuts the lead at half. Crawford drives in. She misses the shot. And we'll have a loose ball on the floor. And a foul coming up against Pensacola. Ooh, and down on the floor is Amara Woodruff. She is in pain. Doubling over, and somebody may have come down on her leg or something. We don't want to speculate, but it looked like that's in the tie-up. Something happened on the floor. So Woodruff is being tended to. 5:21 to go, second quarter. And Edgewater leads at 28-14. Marty Paulman along with Rick Victor here on the FHSAA network. And tell you the truth, that after the start, Pensacola is playing better, but that start was just, you wonder if they can kind of chip away at this lead slowly, if they can get it to maybe 10 by the half if they're back in this game.
Well, the interesting thing is the pressure that Edgewater will constantly put. You see it already. The attack of the offensive glass. They are relentless to the offensive glass. And that means if the ball hits the deck, they're going after it. That's the situation right here with Amaria Woodruff right now on the floor, is the fact that the ball was up in the air. She went up higher, even though she's not overly big, went up higher to get the ball, came down awkward, but she went after the ball. They are relentless to the offensive glass, and that is a crucial statistic. That one reason why Pensacola is trailing the way they are right now.
Well, Maria Woodruff is being taken off the floor, and she's walking some on that leg. It looked like they were looking at her left leg, and she's being helped off. But the foul is on Prashana Williams, her second, so she has to check back out. Already 17 fouls on Pensacola, so we'll have a 1-on-1 coming up for Nyla Schuler.
And Schuler's shooting in place of Woodruff because Woodruff is the one who got fouled.
And she misses the front end of the 1-on-1. Loose ball again on the floor. Good job as Kayla Thompson got the rebound, fell down and called timeout. So Pensacola will keep the ball after Schuler missed the front end of the 1-on-1. You mentioned Schuler replacing Woodruff. And we'll see if Woodruff is going to be taken in the locker room. But we have a timeout here called by Pensacola, so they have 3 remaining.
Well, you know, and of course at this stage of the game, any injuries, you know, in your rotation can slightly affect rotation. Amaria's in the second tier for Edgewater. She's been playing a lot of minutes so far in this game, but you know, it's still in the back of Coach Malcolm Lewis's mind in case he doesn't have her for the rest of the game. What will that do to affect his rotation?
Well, she is being worked on over on the Edgewater side. As tell you, look at some of these scores during the year. Edgewater had 88-6, 76-13, 73-11, 93-14, 62-19, 76-4. Ouch.
Yeah.
They have been a very dominant team as a foul called on the sideline. Pensacola did. They have a 67-6, a 57-4, 73-20, 86-17. So you kind of wonder about some of the teams you're playing sometimes. But, I mean, you have to play who you have to play. It's on the schedule. As the foul there goes on Alexis Prince, her first. Third team foul.
Well, I mean, you take a look. I mean, the second win against for Edgewater was against West Orange, and West Orange went 25-2 this year, or 24-3, something like that. Fantastic.
Arkema Crawford answers the Chelsea Gibson basket with her third 3 of the game. There's an air ball by Gibson. It's 13 for Crawford. Loose ball, Edgewater had it. Now Pensacola saves it. Kayla Thompson will try a 3 top of the key. Hit the front of the rim, the backboard, and went in. Thompson with 6. And now it's a 31-19 game. All of a sudden, a 12-point lead underneath. Missing the shot is Schuler. She gets her own loose ball, takes out the defender, misses the left-handed hook. It's another rebound. Schuler's putback is good, and she draws the foul.
And you know what? Again, that's the intangible statistic. It's not turnovers in this game, even though there's been a lot on Pensacola's side. It is the offensive rebounding that Edgewater is just so good at.
And they have hit the glass. They had 5 shots on one possession. That time they had 3, and Schuler now with 4 points with a chance to make it a 15-point lead again for Edgewater as she rolls in the free throw. The foul was on Kayla Thompson, her second. So now they have 3 players with 2 fouls, 18 fouls on Pensacola. Gibson now in the corner, and we have a foul on Edgewater.
That should be on Bornstein.
And it is Lauren Bornstein's first. 4th team foul on Edgewater. Pensacola inbound. So Pensacola got to within 12, and then Edgewater hit a 3, so it's a 15-point lead as Crawford knocks it out of bounds. Crawford has 3 threes, 13 in the game. 4 threes by Edgewater. Pensacola's hit 3 of their own in the first half. As Samantha Hurley will return from Pensacola. Inbounds pass for Kyle Muhammad. He gets it into Hurley. Now back to Muhammad. Muhammad throws it inside to Brown, who misses a shot off the glass, rebounded by Prince.
And what's interesting is Edgewater's the kind of team that you cannot necessarily.
Oh, nice pass, but missing the reverse layup is Schuler, and the loose ball ends up with Brown from Pensacola.
You know how you have a lot of teams that will try to pressure immediately off the rebound. You can't do that to Edgewater, especially with Prince.
Thrown away to Haley Clark. Clark gets it underneath. The Schuler had her shot blocked out of bounds by Kayla Thompson. It will stay with Edgewater. That'll bring us to our media timeout here in the second quarter. 3:41 to go before the half. And Edgewater leads it by 15, 34-19. Well, Rick Victor is with me today, the head coach at Lake Nona High School in Orlando. He was here all day yesterday and got to see some good basketball, and I'm glad you're joining us again today. But talk a little bit about your school in Lake Nona. I know a third-year school, and you had a really very successful year in your first season as a head coach there.
Well, Lake Nona's in its third year, Marty, and we took over the first 2 years. They combined program 18 and 30, and we came in a little bit different philosophy. We ended up 17-10, won our very first tournament, Thanksgiving at Lake Mary Prep. Went to Lake Mary Prep over Christmas, won that tournament. We got our very first district win and got our very first regional win. So we're making strides, but we're very, very young. And anytime you're building a program that's this young, it's a stepping process. It's a work in progress. We felt very, very good about what we did. I know we're disappointed in losing into the Sweet 16, going to the Elite 8. We'd like to have been here. But I told the kids, I said, know how it feels, know what we have to do, and then work harder to get to that point next year.
And plus, you as a coach at Freedom High School, you were here. Their first ever and only appearance so far in the state final still with Freedom, and a few years back as Prince hits the shot underneath. So you know that playing here well, and I know we talked a little bit yesterday about the nerves. Boy, pretty good. Both teams really shooting the ball well for 10 a.m., I'd say, as Gibson missed Edgewater really shooting well. As Prince ahead to Bornstein. She tries to come up with it and calls for the travel. Prince scored before that on the last possession. She now has 10, and it's 36-19. Back to a 17-point lead.
And here's the one, that intangible, that statistic. 25 rebounds for Edgewater to only 15, but 18 offensive boards.
Wow. So, and that's the thing. Edgewater got off to a good shooting start. They haven't shot the ball as well lately, but when you get 18 offensive rebounds, you're going to eventually make shots. And there's another turnover. That's turnover number 14 for Pensacola. As Prince across half court, dribbling all the way in. She'll pull up from 10 feet. It's short. Loose ball ended up in the hands of Hurley, who's pushed down. Gets the ball off to Muhammad. Now Muhammad across half court with under 3 minutes to go here in the period. Gibson will pull up right foul line extended. It's no good. And we'll have a foul on the rebound coming up against Edgewater.
Now, we talked about it, getting kids to understand what it takes to get here that in itself is a work in progress.
It's tough. I mean, I know it's not easy to get here. If you get here, you want to win. Muhammad will throw it deep to Hurley. Now Pensacola, the foul was on Haley Clark, her first, 15 foul on Edgewater. Now in trouble was Powell. Powell gets it underneath to Bianca Brown, who lays it in. First basket for Brown. And this was a 20-2 game to start. Pensacola has really played them even since, but they can't cut into that lead anymore as Prince will pull up. Free throw line jumpers in and out, no good. Loose ball ends up with Powell, and AC Powell, though, has it poked away by Prince, but it ends up with Chelsea Gibson. Now Gibson across half court. Over to Powell. Powell will try three, top of the key. It's no good. Too strong, rebounded by Nyala Schuler. So 2:08 to go before the half. It's a 15-point lead still for Edgewater. Clark driving all the way in, lost the ball, ends up in the hands of Crawford. She misses a jumper from 15 feet. Rebound taken by Muhammad. Now Muhammad had it knocked away, and then she's able to get it ahead. And this is going to be a layup on the run out for AC Powell.
Right now what you can see is the pace of play has actually taken its toll a little bit on Edgewater.
Yeah.
They're actually trying to catch a second wind right now.
Prince will try a three. That's an air ball. You mentioned that. A little fatigue and losing it out of bounds is Schuler. And it'll be Pensacola ball. Now, again, if Pensacola can get this to 10 or under at the half, I'd say they have a shot. As a timeout called
30-second timeout
by Edgewater. That's their first timeout they've used today, and that's right there you can see that Malcolm Lewis wanted a stoppage. He says his team's tired and they need, before this lead gets down any closer with 1:46 to go in the half, he wanted to take a break.
Well, you're Pensacola. You're here for a reason. You're not going to stop playing just because all of a sudden you're down 15, 17 points. You're only in the first half of the play. Edgewater right there actually had kids walking up the floor, and Prince shoots a three and offensively the last time before that actually was caught standing a little bit and could have gone after a loose ball that hit the deck. So that shows fatigue right away at a pace that they're playing, and I think they have to get that second win, that run. Right now Pensacola was on a run, and that's why Malcolm took a timeout.
Well, we'll see if that works, as this, again, was 20-2 to start in favor of Edgewater. So since then, 21-16, Pensacola has outscored Edgewater. They still trail by 13, as Muhammad at the top of the key has it knocked away, stolen by Haley Clark. She's on a run out. Clark will drive in and score, and that's a big basket for Edgewater. Clark with 7, and it's back to a 15-point lead off another Pensacola turnover, and that's been the real problem for the Tigers. That and the rebounding issues. Muhammad throws one up. It's short from 10 feet. Prince with a rebound. Another run out, but that pass thrown too far ahead of Crawford, and it'll be an Edgewater turnover. And they've now turned it over 6 times in the first half with 1:08 to go before half. It's 38-23.
And actually, I thought Crawford could have had that. She slowed up a little bit.
Brown now to Chelsea Gibson. Gibson drives the baseline, and she's fouled. I think Prince may have picked up her second foul there. Looks to be the call. And it is on Alexis Prince. The 6th team foul on Edgewater. So I wonder if Prince she'll probably stay in for the last minute or so of this half.
Yeah, she doesn't usually foul out of many games.
Foul of Muhammad. Inbounds to Brown, and Brown missed the layup. Prince really couldn't defend that time with the 2 fouls. Prince saves it to Bornstein, and now here comes Alexis Prince looking to push. She dribbles all the way inside the free throw line. The jumper's short, gets her own rebound. Short again. Another loose ball. Prince with another rebound, puts it back up, misses that one. Another loose ball rebound, ends up with Crawford. And Edgewater will have a 4th try. Clark for 3. It's short. Ball out of bounds. And again, you can see Edgewater's really everything short right now.
Because that's now fatigue has set in a little bit. They need the halftime to actually regroup.
But boy, they've got like 25 offensive rebounds now. They're really hitting the boards hard. Just couldn't get the shot there that time. Muhammad across half court. Hurley underneath the Brown. Hurley gets the loose ball back. She throws one up from 8 feet, no good. Gibson at the side of the backboard of the rebound, but there's Bianca Brown with the offensive rebound, and she lays it in. Brown with 4, and it's 38-25. 20 seconds to go in the half. Edgewater can hold for the last shot. Prince, though, instead tries to fire one inside the Haley Clark. Clark couldn't hang on to it.
And Prince will come out with 17 seconds to go.
And she probably needs a rest anyway with those 2 fouls. And now Pensacola can hold for the last shot. Muhammad at half court to Brown. Brown almost had it taken away. Now back to Muhammad. Muhammad into the left corner. That's a 2 by AC Powell, in and out, no good. Loose ball rebound ends up in the hands of Apont with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Apont, they're not going to get a shot off, and she tries to throw it to Clark in the corner. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half. And Edgewater got up to a big lead early. They led 25-9 at the end of the first quarter, and our score at the half, the Edgewater Eagles 38 and the Pensacola Tigers 25 in our first of 2 Class 6A semifinals today here on the FHSAA Network. We'll take a break, come back for the second half here at the Lakeland Center in just a few moments. You're listening or watching the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
All right, welcome back to the Lakeland Center. Our score in the half, the Edgewater Eagles leading the Pensacola Tigers 38-25 in this first of two Class 6A semifinals, and our first of six games today from the Lakeland Center on the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals. If you'd like to buy a DVD of this broadcast or any of the games of the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals, go to FHSAAsports.com. You can order it there and make a great gift. Family, friends, or just fans of the schools. And again, that's FHSAAsports.com. First half stats, really both teams didn't shoot the ball well. Edgewater 31%, 16 of 51, 34% for Pensacola, 11 for 32. Pensacola was 3 for 7 from three-point range. Edgewater 4 for 12. Pensacola did not attempt the free throw. Edgewater was 2 for 4 at the line. Rebounds are the difference, 34-22 in favor of the Edgewater Eagles. 24 offensive rebounds. 7 assists to 4 for Pensacola. Edgewater had 7. Edgewater with 11 steals to 1 for Pensacola. And Pensacola had 14 turnovers in the first half to only 7 for the Edgewater Eagles. And again, those rebounds, the steals, the turnovers, that's the difference in this 13-point lead where Edgewater actually led this game 20-2 early. Marty Palmer along with the coach Rick Victor.
And you take a look, and only 4 attempts from the free throw line for Edgewater, none for Pensacola.
Exactly. They've not attempted a free throw at all as Pensacola gets the ball to start the second half, although the Tigers still in the game here after getting down 18 early. Shauna Williams back in with 2 fouls, runs into a double team, and she turns it over to Alexis Prince, and that's another Pensacola turnover. Marty Palmer along with the coach of Lake Nona High School in Orlando, Rick Victor, here on the FHSAA Network as Edgewater turns it over. Our second 6A semifinal will be coming up at noon. Kelly Neff will bring you the call of that game, along with Clarice Garcia, that's Miami Norland, and Winter Haven. That is coming up as there's a basket underneath for
a long 2.
Pensacola.
Actually, that was done by Carson. Oh, no, wait a minute. Wrong sheet. Wait a minute.
Gibson, she has 8.
There you go.
And it's 38-27. Shot misses inside, a little bit behind her as we start the second half. Mohammed gets the rebound for Pensacola. She'll look to drive the baseline, but has it knocked away, and Prince takes the loose ball. Now Prince ahead to Markema Crawford, and Crawford will lay it in. Crawford with 15, the leading scorer for Edgewater. Alexis Prince has 10, 7 for Haley Clark in the first half, as Mohammed has her shot rejected by Alexis Prince for Pensacola. Chelsea Gibson, the leading scorer with 8 points. Kayla Thompson has 6. There's a pass inside Then Prince misses the layup, and we'll have a loose ball, jump ball.
That was almost, Marty, a little alley-oop.
That was an alley-oop that Prince just couldn't quite get it to go, and we'll have a jump ball possession arrow. We'll keep it with Edgewater as we are a minute 14 into the third quarter. Bornstein quickly inside, but the shot for Schuler is blocked underneath. Mohammed will throw it ahead to Gibson, and Gibson has it knocked out of bounds off Edgewater to stay with Pensacola. So 40-27. Again, Pensacola was down 20-2 early in this game, and they've kind of stuck around. They haven't really been able to get it under about 12. As the inbounds pass goes in, the shot no good by Gibson from about 12 feet, but she's fouled, and Chelsea Gibson's going to shoot 2. First foul in the second half goes on Edgewater's Markema Crawford. That's her first.
And the first free throw attempts for Pensacola.
First free throw attempts of the game as we start the second half for the Tigers. You're right, as Chelsea Gibson hits the first free throw. She has 9. It's now 40-28. So we've had 4 state champions crowned so far. We've got 4 more to go. 3 classes today of semifinals, 6 games, and then 4 championship games tomorrow as Gibson hits the second free throw. 10 for Gibson, and now it's an 11-point Edgewater lead as Pensacola will pressure again. Clark across half court to Prince. Prince drives around Gibson, now to the left baseline. She'll throw it back out to Clark, and now Clark dribbles out near half court. Clark being guarded closely by Muhammad out of the right wing. Gives it to Bornstein. Free throw line jumper, good. Bornstein's first basket of the game. And it's 42-29, a 13-point lead again for the Eagles.
You know, it's like you keep right. For Pensacola, they've got to try to get the lead down into single digits. Every time they're on the cusp, Edgewater gets either a turnover or a big bucket by someone you don't expect.
2 for Gibson, good. Deep right wing. Gibson with 6 quick points here in the second half. She has 12 now. And it's again an 11-point lead for Edgewater as Crawford takes it all the way in. Her shot too strong. Rebound underneath by Gibson. Now she gives it to Muhammad. Almost threw it too high for Muhammad. Muhammad dribbles to the left baseline. Her shot at the glass, no good, but she's fouled. And Muhammad's going to shoot 2. And boy, all of a sudden you kind of sense a bit of momentum hanging towards Pensacola. Foul is on Schuler, her first, second team foul, and 2 free throws for Kyla Muhammad. A little bit of momentum, it seems, as Pensacola has been hanging around for a while now.
Well, you take a look at whether or not they actually have enough, and
free throw no good.
You know that they got down so big. It's not climbing a hill when you get down that big in this level of game. It's climbing a mountain, and the question is how high can they get to the top, and whether or not they can actually cross over and go to the other side.
Good metaphor.
Oh, thank you.
Second free throw is good. I like that. It's like climbing a mountain. I like climbing a hill. You see that a lot in basketball, though. A team was down like 20, gets all the way back, gets it to within 2, and then they just kind of run out of gas.
Well, that's because the energy that they have to put into it is so tough. It really wears on you mentally, and if you make one mistake in that process, it's devastating.
Muhammad reaches in on Haley Clark. She's going to pick up her first foul. First team foul, the second half on Pensacola. It's a 10-point lead for Edgewater. And again, it was a 16-point lead for Edgewater at the end of the first quarter, 13 at the half. So Pensacola now has cut it to 10 early in this third period. Now ball into Haley Clark as we approach 5:10 to go third quarter. Crawford will try a 3, top of the key, hit it again. Boy, she has hit 4 threes in the game. 18 for Crawford, the sophomore, leading the way today for Edgewater. It's 45-32. Gibson was pushed on Bornstein, and no foul. Muhammad inside to Brown, who had it knocked away. Brown gets a loose ball, put back no good, but she's fouled. And Bianca Brown's going to shoot 2. So Pensacola hitting the offensive glass that time.
And immediately you're seeing a little bit of standing by Edgewater again into the early part of this third quarter. A little standing means that they're still haven't quite recovered from that. They need a little bit of extended halftime.
Schuler picks up her second foul, and Bianca Brown misses the first free throw. She'll get another one. 13th foul on Edgewater in the second half.
So far 3 of 5 from the free throw line.
Now all their free throws have come here in the second half. And we'll have a substitution for the Tigers as Kyla Muhammad comes back after a short rest, replacing A.C. Powell.
I think she went out for what, 10 seconds?
She was, yeah, literally before that foul, I think she'd just gone out. You're right. So second free throw is good. So Brown hits 1 of 2. She has 5 points, and it's 45-33, a 12-point Edgewater lead. Clark now ahead to Arkema Crawford across half court. Crawford back to Clark. Now Clark at the free throw line. Prince will pull up, jumper over defender, good. Alexis Prince hits the shot from the free throw line. She has 12, and it's now a 14-point lead again for the Eagles.
So how good is Alexis Prince?
If she's a guard at 6'2", she's very good. And then she seeks a steal. She's ahead of the pack. I don't think you're going to really stop her, and she lays it in.
With a finger roll, too.
Finger roll. Once she gets ahead of the pack, she really is quick, too, for a 6'2" guard. And now it's back to a 16-point lead as Pensacola turned it over. Gibson will pull up, 15-footer, no good. Rebound put back up by Brown. She's fouled. She didn't get the shot to go, but Brown will shoot 2 again.
And she was fouled by Rachel Alpine.
It's her first. 4 team fouls on Edgewater in the second half. But once again, we saw Pensacola cut it to 10, and then Crawford hits a 3. Prince gets back-to-back baskets, and now it's back to 16 all of a sudden. The free throw rolls in for Brown. So every time Pensacola can get it down, it seems like Edgewater makes a little bit of a mini run, and that's what they've done again. It's 49-34 now as Brown has a second free throw. And she doesn't hit it, short, but knocked out of bounds by Nyla Schuler. So Pensacola ball. Muhammad to inbound. She throws it in. And the jumper from the inside the paint. No good by Williams, but Williams is fouled. Now she'll shoot 2. As that foul is on Schuler, that's her 3rd.
It's a simple, I mean, she's 6'2" with long arms. They just threw it up to her.
First free throw for Prashana Williams is good. That's her first point of the game. And it's 49-35 now.
Tremaine McCullough coming back in for Edgewater.
McCullough played a few minutes in the first half. Second free throw for Williams is good as well. So Williams 2 for 2, her first points of the game. And it's again a 13-point Edgewater lead. Clark now to Prince. Prince dribbles to the left wing, now drives inside the paint. Shot is up. It's no good, but Prince is fouled.
Would have counted.
Shoot 2, and it would have counted.
Would have counted.
So Pensacola, their second foul of the second half, and it will be on Muhammad. That's her second as well. So Prince, who has 14 points, 4 here in the period, now will shoot 2, as we have just gone under 4 minutes to go in the period, and misses the first free throw.
Isn't it always amazing one of your best shooters on your team gets to a free throw line and they're short?
She shoots 71% at the line. They're the leading free throw shooters. Clark at 72%, 53% from the floor. This is a kind of an insane number of 53%. When you're shooting 53%, you're doing something right. As Prince hits the second free throw, she has 15, and it's 50-36. 3:54 to go in the third quarter. So again, Edgewater has extended this lead a little bit. It got to 10. Pensacola looked like they were on a bit of a momentum run, and then a 3 by Crawford, and Prince hits 5 points, and it's back to a 14-point lead.
It's like Pensacola's just on that verge, Pardon me. And as soon as they get on it, mistake, missed shot, transition bucket, steal, transition bucket, and right away they're back down. It's like Coach Davis going, ladies, what do we got to do to cut this lead to single digits? We get this lead to single digits, you'll have them on the ropes. That's probably what she's saying in the huddle. Malcolm Lewis on the other side is, ladies, take care of the basketball. You've lost a little bit of your energy attacking the offensive glass. Attack the glass, play great D, don't give up easy buckets.
And you could tell at the end of the first half that Pensacola was getting to that point. And then Edgewater went on a late run to extend it to a 13-point lead. So that's been the story of the game. And that early spurt by Edgewater in that first period was 20-2, and they've kind of just been living off that for the rest of this game so far. As it's now a 14-point lead. As it'll be Pensacola ball.
Well, I mean, you know, they've been here so many times, Pensacola has, and it's all about that, like that Cinderella slipper, I guess. You know, does it fit today or does it not fit?
Mohammed's spin move misses the shot, and ball out of bounds. So we'll go back to Edgewater. Pensacola, we talked earlier about it, here for the 5th year in a row. They're the state runner-up 3 of the last 4 seasons, and this is their 6th trip in the last 7 years to Lakeland. They were runner-up as well as 2006. They were state champs in 1997 under Allison Davis. As stepping on the line was Tremaine McCullough. Edgewater state champs in 2007. Last year in 2009 lost in the semifinal round. Edgewater shooting 56%. They're shooting well again to start the second half, kind of like they started the first half. But now 22 offensive rebounds as Pensacola's picked it up a bit in the second half. There's a steal by Crawford, and she's fouled on the baseline. And that's the 17th Pensacola turnover of the game. But a foul coming up on the Tigers.
You take a look at these 37 rebounds for Edgewater to 29, 17 turnovers to 8. Yes, wait a minute, 8? We had games of 49 turnovers yesterday.
Yeah, oh, well, and you said that. Edgewater just threw it away.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to say they're doing a good job of holding on to the ball. They are.
Okay, 9 turnovers
so
now. Okay.
That's still good. You're right. You're right. We had a game yesterday. I think it was 40. Yeah, you're right. 49. They combined for 49 turnovers. So Edgewater throws it away. So Pensacola has it. Gibson will try an 18-footer right corner, no good, and we'll have a rebound foul on Edgewater.
Wow.
That's 16 fouls. I think they're getting Haley Clark, and they are. That's her second. Clark didn't know what she did. She's looking at the official like, what did I do? 16 fouls on Edgewater, and then the pass thrown away. The inbounds. Prince ahead to McCullough. McCullough will drive it up and under. Misses the shot, trying to get a foul. Crawford gets a loose ball rebound. Now back to Prince. Prince over the left wing. Wide open McCullough for 3. Hit it. Tremaine McCullough's first basket of the game. And it's back to a 17-point lead for the Eagles, 53-36. Mohammed almost lost it. She drives the baseline around Bornstein, and a foul on the baseline. Bornstein did not have position, says the ref.
Well, actually what she did was she had position, but Mohammed slid, and she didn't make the adjustment, and it made contact. So it was a good call. She was looking for the charge. She got the block.
And that's Bornstein's second. 17 fouls on Edgewater. This will be 2, though. They're going to say Mohammed in the act of shooting, which she was, but Pensacola will be in the one-on-one for the rest of the game as the free throw is good. Mohammed has 6 points, and it's 53-37. It's Markema Crawford tonight leading the way for Edgewater with 18 points. Alexis Prince has 15. And on the Pensacola side, 12 for Chelsea Gibson as Mohammed now has 7 points. And she hits both free throws, 53-38. Quickly, Edgewater across half court. Bornstein across to McCullough. McCullough in the corner to Prince. Now she'll drive the baseline. Prince shot off the glass, no good from about 10 feet. Rebound, though, underneath, put back up by Schuler. It misses everything. And we'll have a loose ball foul on Edgewater over the back on the rebound.
I believe that's going to be on Prince.
That will be her third. 18 fouls, so we'll have a one-on-one. That is the third on Prince. And so Pensacola will shoot the one-on-one on the other end.
I'm just wondering, have you seen a little bit different? I mean, Edgewater hasn't changed their style from the first half to the second half. But do you believe, and I'm just bringing this up as a question, do the officials look like they've changed the way they've called the game?
Well, if you look at the pure numbers, probably. I mean, it's easy to do that, but you do get the feeling that they're not really letting Edgewater do much defensively. They're getting some calls on loose balls and rebounds now. I've noticed more in the second half on Edgewater as Williams hits 1 of 2, misses the second free throw. So I would say yes, I do get a distinct feeling they've kind of changed the way they're calling the game a little bit. Prince running the point now across half court. Is that something you see?
I actually, I'm kind of watching it a little bit. I'm questioning a little bit.
Bornstein in the corner, almost had it taken away. Now on the right wing in some trouble, dribbles to the corner. Now back to Schuler. Schuler now to the baseline. Bornstein will try a three and hits it. Boy, Edgewater hitting those threes. They now have 7 in the game, 3 in the quarter. It's again a 17-point lead, and there's the turnover. Schuler takes it away. Now ahead to Clark, right wing. Pensacola down 17 again, and they turn it over. Clark back to Prince. Prince will try a jumper outside the free throw line. It's short, and the rebound goes to Gibson. Gibson right around Bornstein. Now heads the other way. Gibson under Prince and misses the layup. Prince tips it out, but the ball out of bounds will go back to Pensacola.
Prince didn't want to get called for her 4th foul, so she actually slid and let Gibson go to the lane. Gibson thought she was going to have Prince in her face. Didn't concentrate on the shot, missed the shot. Alexis batted the ball out of bounds.
Malcolm Lewis is going to take Alexis Prince out with those 3 fouls. Give her a rest here the last minute and a half of the 3rd period. Gibson will drive, 18-footer over 2 defenders, misses the shot. But Brown there for the rebound. She puts it back up and in.
McCullough did a poor job that time on the weak side rebound.
8 for Bianca Brown. It's 56-41. Crawford for 3, top of the key. No good. Back to the rim. Rebounded by Muhammad. May have been altered a bit there. Muhammad ahead to Hurley. Hurley will have an easy layup. First basket for Samantha Hurley. And Pensacola back within 13. 56-43 as we approach a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Crawford across to McCullough. McCullough almost traveled with it. Instead, Alpont gets it back out to Arkema Crawford. Gibson guarding Crawford now. 50 seconds to go. Crawford dribbles to her left. Now, Edgewater will take the air out of the ball a bit. Now Crawford looks for a screen.
Edgewater looking for one shot.
Last 30 seconds now of the period. Clark to the right wing. Now across to Crawford again. Now 25 seconds to go. You're right, Dave. We'll hold for the last shot. And a 13-point lead for Edgewater. See if they can add to it before the end of the 3rd quarter. Crawford at half court.
Now they're going. It's under 12.
Over to McCullough. McCullough tried to get inside, tipped out of bounds by Prashana Williams, and it will be Edgewater ball with 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Rachel Alpont will inbound. Gets it into McCullough. McCullough driving the baseline. Tough shot. It's short. Loose ball on the floor is out of bounds. What are we going to say? It's going to be Pensacola ball with 2 seconds left. So Pensacola can maybe try a half-court shot or something here at the end of the 3rd quarter. 1.3 on the clock, actually, as Hurley will put it in to Muhammad. Muhammad will try it. It's well short from almost 3/4 court. And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter of our first Class 6A semifinal. Edgewater continuing to lead. Their lead now over Pensacola, 56-43, as we head to the 4th quarter of this 6A semifinal, which you're watching here on the FHSAA Network. We'll return to Lakeland in just a moment.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Marty Paulman back in Lakeland with the Coach Rick Victor as we go to the 4th quarter, and Edgewater continuing to have a double-digit lead, 56-43. It was a 13-point lead at the half. Nothing changed in the 3rd quarter. Pensacola cut it to 10. Edgewater extended it to 17, but in the end, both teams scored 18 points in that 3rd quarter.
No change from half to right now. That poses a lot of problems for Pensacola. They've gone up that mountain that has now become Mount Everest. Now it's a little bit higher, and you know it's all about the one advantage is Pensacola has the bonus available to them. They've got fouls to give if they need to. They keep pressuring the ball. It's to no avail. They've got to do something a little bit different in this 4th quarter to change the pace.
Well, we start the 4th quarter with Mohammed Off to Prashana Williams. Pensacola ball. Gibson, left corner 2. It's short. Loose ball on the floor. Ends up with Brown, and Brown misses the rebound layup. Gibson gets the follow and puts it in, draws the foul. Chelsea Gibson with a chance for a three-point play, as that's the 4th foul on Nyala Schuler. 9th team foul on Edgewater. And we'll see Gibson now has 14 points, trying to make it a 10-point game. Rachel Apont will check right back in, replacing Schuler. So we are 15 seconds into this 4th quarter. Free throw good as Gibson hits it. She has 15, and it's 56-46, back to a 10-point lead. 44% shooting for Edgewater in the second half, 33% for Pensacola. Rebounds a little more even. It is still 24-13 on the offensive glass as Clark drives in and lays it up and in. Haley Clark with 9. Markema Crawford with 18. Alexis Prince with 15, leading Edgewater. And Chelsea Gibson with 15, leading the way for Pensacola. 8 for Bianca Brown. There's another takeaway. That's the 19th turnover for Pensacola. Edgewater now up 12. Has it. Clark will try a 3 top of the key. It's no good. Loose ball on the floor is 1 by Prashana Williams. She throws it right to Haley Clark. Haley Clark, unfortunately, does not play for Pensacola. Clark will dribble to the left wing, and Pensacola now with 20 turnovers in the game. Prince now spread it out a bit.
Edgewater's going to a little bit of a spread offense, a little delay, run some time. You know, the game's gotten a little bit close for, according to Malcolm Lewis, so he wants to go to a game where they can ISO some of their players.
Clark to the right wing, top of the key, McCullough. McCullough tried to pass it inside to Pond. It's knocked away, but tipped away, but McCullough steals it right back. Now to Crawford. Crawford inside and missing the layup as Pond may have been partially blocked, and Williams with a rebound. Now to Chelsea Gibson across half court. Gibson will drive up and under. Her layup is good. Throws one in off the glass, and Allison Davis will take a timeout. Pensacola will have 2 timeouts remaining as we have 6:12 to go in the game. And it's 58-48. So again, Pensacola back within 10 after that layup. Gibson with 17 points. And again, with 6:12 left, it's a 10-point lead. 58-48 for Edgewater. So again, Pensacola has a little bit of a run in them. But on the other end, we saw Haley Clark get a shot, but Edgewater still, I think they haven't quite captured the energy of that first quarter when they went up 20-2.
No, they haven't.
They
haven't. But what they haven't done is they haven't gotten inconsistent either. They've just sustained the effort, just sustain it. You know, it's like play. But right now, again, they're at the it's still a double-digit lead. 6:12 to go. Double-digit lead for Edgewater. If Pensacola cuts this lead down into single digits, you're giving them an ounce of hope here, an ounce of hope. Edgewater's got to capitalize on the mistakes in taking care of the basketball.
So Edgewater ball. It'll be all Pont to throw in. And into McCullough, but it's stolen by Gibson. Gibson will try a shot on the baseline. No good. It's short from about 10 feet, but the rebound to Brown. Brown back to Hurley. Now Hurley to Muhammad. Muhammad shot inside the free throw line. In and out, no good. Rebound, though, up by Williams. She's fouled. She'll shoot 2. Couldn't get it to go. That's 10 team fouls now on Edgewater in the second half.
Well, I'm watching Tremaine McCullough play, and she's got the responsibility of the weak side. She's not 100%, I think, from that knee because she's not doing a great job at all on the weak side box outs. She doesn't want to really mix it in. I think a little tentative of getting hit again on that knee, and now all of a sudden Pensacola is down to single digits.
For the first time in a while, maybe since the first quarter, it's a 9-point game under double digits, 58-49 as Williams hits the first free throw. She has 4 points, and the second free throw is also straight through. It's 58-50. And now another steal. Muhammad had it, up and under, misses the shot. Good defense by Edgewater. Loose ball on the floor, and it ends up in the hands of Clark, and Clark is fouled by Bianca Brown, and Point Pensacola had another chance there off a steal on the inbounds play. That pressure working. 4th team foul on Pensacola, first personal on Bianca Brown.
And Pensacola is shooting double bonus the rest of this ball game.
Yeah, they will be. 10 fouls on Edgewater, only 4 so far in the second half on Pensacola. Alexis Prince will inbound. Gets it into McCullough. McCullough will dribble along the sideline, now across half court. Now all the way in, McCullough up and under. Nice movement. Shot too strong and rebounded again by Gibson. Gibson will look to push now for Pensacola. Gibson across half court, and she's fouled out in their half court. Not sure what Markema Crawford did there. I guess a reach in maybe, but that's her second. I'm going to say a blocking foul, and again, we'll have 2 free throws coming up for Gibson. We're in the double bonus.
I don't know about that one.
That was right in front of us, right near our scorer's table, right at half court, or where we're located. So 2 for Gibson, who has 17 points. 3 for 3 at the line today. First free throw, good. 58-51. Still 5.5 minutes to go in the 6A semifinal. The winner would play tomorrow at 1:35 in the 6A final against the winner of our upcoming semifinal between Winter Haven and Miami Norland. That free throws in and out, and the rebound goes to Schuler. Clark now being guarded by Mohammed across half court to Prince. Prince dribbling in. Now almost ran into a double team. Back out to Clark. Clark looking to drive up and in. Now over to the corner. To right wing is good. Schuler hits the basket. She has 7. About a 15-footer finale. Schuler, big basket for Edgewater. Their lead back to 9. Mohammed lost it, taken right away. Here's Clark. Clark with Hurley on her, and Clark's fouled. Hurley reaches in. Nope, they call it travel. Okay, Haley Clark travels. And that was almost a 3-on-1 for Edgewater heading the other way. So Pensacola ball. 5:08 to go, down 9. Brown now back to Mohammed. Mohammed dribbling all the way in. Boy, no call there. She lays it in. Nice move to the hoop. Mohammed with 9. And on the other end, Clark driving in. Hits the side of the backboard. Schuler gets the loose ball. Now back out to Prince. She'll try a 3-time with the key. Got it. Big time for a 3 there for Alexis Prince. She has 18, and it's a 10-point lead again.
She didn't have her feet settled, and she reset her feet all in the time of catching the ball.
And it's taken back. A steal by Clark. Clark around Hurley. Misses the shot. She's fouled. She's at the bottom of the basket there. She's all right. She is. And the foul is on Samantha Hurley. It's another Edgewater steal. Samantha Hurley's first foul, 5 team fouls. Some of these steals, they've got to have close to 18 or 19 steals in this game now to the Eagles. As Clark's going to shoot 2. Nine points for Haley Clark, and the first free throw is good. She's in double figures with 10. And it's back to an 11-point lead for Edgewater. Pensacola with 2 timeouts remaining. Edgewater has 4 remaining with 4.5 to go. Second free throw is straight through. 11 for Clark. 65-53. Mohammed on the sideline across to Gibson. Gibson on the baseline. Out dribbles to the left corner and throws it away. Over 20 turnovers for the Tigers now.
You can see all of a sudden the second level of energy coming back to Edgewater. They got the lead down to 7, and all of a sudden
they kicked it into gear.
They put it into gear. They said, okay, it's time to stop being in cruise control, put it in overdrive. It's time to stop driving the Volkswagen. Let's get the Lamborghini.
Lamborghini's quite a car. Tells you something. Edgewater.
And Maserati, you know.
Say that too, yeah.
Bentley.
That's what they looked like in the first quarter when they got out to a 20-2 lead. They were playing like a Maserati, I guess. They have held on, though, as Edgewater's led this entire game, most of it by double digits. Again, Edgewater are looking to run some time as Clark dribbles around Mohammed. Spreading it out of the Eagles, back to Crawford. Crawford being guarded by Hurley now to the top of the key. Dribbles between the legs over the right wing. Now in some trouble, now double teamed, and Crawford throws it away. Right into the hands of Brown, Bianca Brown. Now will stop at half court, pick up her dribble, and that's always a problem as the double team's coming up on her, and Allison Davis takes a timeout. Pensacola will have only 1 timeout remaining with 3:32 to go. 65-53 Edgewater leading it. So we'll tell you a little bit about our schedule coming up today here on the FHSAA Network. Starting around noon, our second 6A semifinal, Miami-Norland against Winter Haven. Kelly Neff will have the call of that game along with Clarice Garcia, who will be joining us this afternoon, the head coach at Palm Beach Atlantic. And I'll also remind you, if you want to get DVDs of that game, this game, or any game of the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals, to buy DVDs, go to FHSAAsports.com. Makes a great gift for your family or friends to know a player on each team. Again, a great gift for a family member. If you want to buy a DVD of this game or all games this week and next week in the boys basketball finals, go to FHSAAsports.com. Marty Palman along with Rick Victor. As we mentioned, Kelly Neff will have the next game coming up at noon. At 2:30 this afternoon, the 7A semifinals. I'll be back on the call with Clarice Garcia as Davey Noah will take on Sebastian River as we move over to 7A, our second 7A semifinal at 4:30. Gainesville Buchholz will take on Haines City. That will be Kelly Neff as well, along with Clarice Garcia. And I'll handle the 8A semifinals tonight with Roger Dorio. He'll step in. As at 7 o'clock, we'll have University of Orlando and Dr. Phillips, two Orlando schools. Should be a good one. And then about 8:30, 9 o'clock, Dr. Kropp and Palm Beach Central out of Wellington will cap off this day of semifinals. Gibson misses the shot from 15 feet, barely hit the rim, rebounded by Edgewater. Now this is Clark, and she's fouled by Kaylin Muhammad.
And then they've got some fouls to give. They've got one more before they end the bonus. Edgewater's in the bonus, but they're going to go to this double stack delay game. They're going to try to isolate. Only way you're going to score is if you either get fouled or if you get a wide open backdoor layup.
So that is the third foul on Muhammad. 16 fouls, like you said, on Pensacola. One more foul to give. Prince now off to Clark. Muhammad right on Clark. Clark dribbles over to the right wing. Now to the top of the key. She dribble back out. Now is fouled, and Muhammad picks up her fourth, and that will be a 1-and-1 for Haley Clark, with an even 3 minutes to go in the game. So Clark at the line, where she's 2 for 2 today, has 11 points in the game on the front end of a 1-and-1, and it's short, rebounded by Williams. Pensacola running out of time. We're under 2:50 now to go, as driving all the way in, missing the shot is Muhammad from the free throw line. McCullough with a rebound ahead to Clark. This is a 2-on-2. Clark around Williams. Clark misses the layup, goes down hard, but we'll have a foul coming up on Pensacola.
I was wondering if they were going to get that one, but you're right. Again, quick miss. Muhammad comes down. The transition that time. Good rebound on the weak side for Edgewater. Gets a quick kick out, a run out, and a foul at the other end. 2:45 left. Not enough time left right now to make up that kind of differential.
Clark back at the line. She hits the first free throw as she has 2 shots. She was fouled while shooting. Prashana Williams gets her third foul. 8th team foul in Pensacola. It's 66-53, and Clark will miss the second free throw, but the ball tipped. Schuler had it. Schuler now is tied up. Nope, travel.
Wow. I didn't see it. Okay.
Well, they call it travel. I always think the travel is kind of a quick trigger finger, like they barely have the ball and they travel. But that's the one call I think it's kind of tough to see. As Kayla Thompson into the corner, Gibson will try a 3. It's short. Loose ball. McCullough with a rebound. Now on the run again. Pensacola or Edgewater up 13. Clark fakes a 3. Now she'll pull it back out because why take a 3 there? They'll run some clock. Now to Prince, and again we'll see Edgewater spread out a bit as Prince dribbles in their half court. Pensacola probably should foul at this point. Right now they're trying to play defense. Clark with the ball. Now they're half court. Now dribbling off to Prince again. Prince is fouled. They're half court. Gibson will pick up her second foul, and that's 19 fouls on Pensacola. And with 2 minutes to go, we'll have a 1-and-1 for Alexis Prince.
The key to this game really was the offensive rebounding edge that Edgewater had. They were just relentless on the glass. They put it into cruise control, and when here in the fourth quarter they got the lead down to 7, their energy level kicked back in. They took it back up to 14, and now they're back in cruise control.
First free throw is good for Prince. And again, this game really was won, I think, the first 5 or 6 minutes, that early 20-2 run for Edgewater. They led it by 16 at the end of the first quarter, by 13 at the half, by 13 at the end of the third, and it's been mostly double digits in this game. Here's Gibson taking it now, and reverse layup no good. And followed by Brown, no good. Brown with another rebound. She lays it up and in. Brown is in double figures with 10, and Allison Davis will take a timeout. Last timeout for Pensacola with 1:51 to go. It's 68-55. Edgewater with a 13-point lead.
Interesting here at the 151. Now you had a couple injuries for Edgewater. You had a Mario Woodruff, who we have not seen at all in the second half. And Markema Crawford went out prior to that timeout. The timeout before that, she went out a little hobbly. She's standing up right now over on the sideline, but doesn't, I don't know if you'll expect to see her back on the floor or not. Minute 51. 68-55 Edgewater. If you're Coach Davis over at Pensacola, ladies, you've had a great year. Finish the game with class. Finish the game with class. Don't do anything stupid.
5th year in a row, they made it to the state semifinals 6 of the last 7 years, and 4 of those times they were the runner-up, state runner-up. This year it'll end in the semis, but again, Pensacola definitely a team that knows how to get here. But the quality of play, and again, it's so hard to win a state title. Last year they ran into a very good Lakewood team here. This year it's Edgewater. It's just, you run into a high quality of teams Pensacola plays in the upper levels of the state. But another good season for them, as trying to steal it was Brown in the inbounds pass. She knocks it out of bounds. Still a minute 49 left, and now Coach Malcolm Lewis will take a timeout for Edgewater. But, and too, and maybe it's even harder. You were at Freedom High. That was another school that hasn't been around very long. And you get them here, and that's a program that never had been here. I mean, how do you get your team and to buy into, hey, we can make this. We've never done this before. We need to go make some history, and we want to get to Lakeland.
I don't know if that, being honest, Marty, is that, the goal. I'm not a big goal setter.
Okay.
I look at it is that if you want to achieve the ultimate goal to get here, how hard are you willing to work and what are you willing to pay for it? And if the blood, sweat, and tears that you have to go through gets here, then it's because of your effort and your hard work. And I don't think I never set a personal goal to say we're going to state. I think that's like a coach saying we're going undefeated and you go 24-1, you've lost your goal. So, to me, you obtain small goals, small steps, and what you do is you hope to get the stars aligned right and that you are playing at the hard at the right time that'll carry you to this level.
Foul is on Brown, her second. 2 free throws for Prince, who misses the first. That's interesting because listening to the coach of Dunbar High School yesterday, as Prince hits the second free throw, 69-55, he made the comment that, wait, we expected to be here this year. Our players said we're going to win this year. We're going to win state. And I know some players just say that to throw it out there. But I always wonder if that's a goal, as Williams throws up a 3 and it was, I guess, partially blocked. But again, I can tell you from talking to the coach of Buholtz High School this year, Rebecca Williams, a few times, they'll play in the 7A semifinals this afternoon. I asked her before they played PK Young. They made the semis last year, lost to Fort Lauderdale Dillard, and she said, we're going to go to finals. We expect to go to finals. That's what our goal is. So that's my question. Do you start the season as Prince is tied up by Williams with a goal of, hey, we're going to state, or you just say, hey, let's just win some games and then we'll see where we go from there?
No, I think what you have to do is, when I was at Freedom, we said, what are you willing to do to get to that level? Okay, now, we ended up here because, one, of a heck of an effort. I mean, we were 12-6 after Christmas, went 13 straight, and lost the 14th game to South Broward. Okay. But we got here. Okay, we had a heck of a road to get here. But, I told the kids the same thing in Lake Nona. What are you willing to do to come and work to get here? If coach of programs like you just mentioned, honestly have been established for years and years and years. You can't come in and say our goal is the state finals at a school that's 3 years old. You've got to establish.
Yeah, exactly.
The key word there is you must establish some tradition,
Yep.
and you must establish, even before tradition, an identity.
Clark misses both free throws. The foul was on Williams, her fourth. Both teams are over the 10-foul limit as we now have 1:15 to go. And driving in, Mohammed misses the shot, but she's fouled. Kyla Mohammed's going to shoot 2 free throws. 69-55 our score, as that foul is on Janine Patrick, who's now checked in, her first. No, I'm thinking at a school, like you said, a school that's only been around a few years, like Nona, you don't just make that goal. You're like, well, we have to win first. We got to find a way to win some games and then get to the district and win, and that's just kind of the way that works. You got to get your players, the players you need to make that program what it is, too.
You have to lay a foundation first, and that means just building a program to win. And then you start getting an identity, and once you start establishing an identity, then as you're laying gone from the foundation to the actual building of the house, so to speak, you don't want cheap material. So you've got to have solid foundation, solid rock, and what you have to do is it becomes a work ethic.
Yep.
So that's your identity. It's your player, a defensive team.
Crawford off to Patrick, who hits a jumper from 15 feet. I think that Janine Patrick, one of those players, a senior, getting some playing time, and the bench comes up after that basket as Mohammed drives. She's fouled
By Prince.
Prince picked up her 4th foul. Now we're under a minute to go. It's 71-57. Mohammed's going to shoot 2. Mohammed now with 11 points. Chelsea Gibson with 18 leading Pensacola. And Mohammed again shooting 2, and the free throw's good. It's 71-58. Both teams fouling a lot down the stretch here. As well, you don't expect Edgewater to foul, but they have committed a couple of fouls. Second free throw is straight through. 2 for 2 for Mohammed. She's hit 7 of 8 at the line today, and almost a steal by Williams. Prince comes up with it, and they tie her up. Jump ball. Possession arrow back to Pensacola. 57 seconds, 56.4 technically to go in the game.
I take the 5th on that one.
So Mohammed right into Brown, who lays it in. Bianca Brown has 12. It's 71-61. Prince now being guarded by Williams, and Williams will commit her 5th, and she's fouled out with 5 points. And Prince will shoot 2 free throws again. 48.1 to go. And Williams, who is a senior, will go shake the hand of Malcolm Lewis and then go to the Pensacola sideline. And she played her last game in a Tigers uniform, but she's made 4 Final Four appearances in her career at Pensacola. Every year that she played, they made it to Lakeland. You could say that for the senior team. Mohammed's a senior. Bianca Brown's a senior. They do have Chelsea Gibson and Kayla Thompson coming back on that starting 5. Alexis Prince will not be back, but she'll have a chance to play for a state championship, it looks like, tomorrow. She hits the free throw.
Yeah, and then she'll have a chance to play for a national championship a year from now.
Kind of what we saw with Nia Johnson yesterday and PK Young. She won a state title for the 2nd time in her career in her 4 years at PK Young. Now she'll move on to Baylor as well. Free throw is good for Prince, and she will check out. So a nice hand from the Edgewater crowd. 23 for Alexis Prince today. And she came in, averaging 19 a game. She went over that average. Driving in, Mohammed not giving up, although I think she just hurt her right leg. She's limping up the court as Mohammed scored the basket. 15 for Mohammed, and that ball will hit my feet. Out of bounds. Where'd it go?
I think it went underneath right there.
Yeah. 73-63. I just felt it hit my feet. So a 10-point lead for Edgewater. Schuler will inbound. Mohammed hurt her. Had a cramp or something. Almost thrown away, and then Brown had it. Gibson has it and lays it in off the steal. Pensacola not giving up at all. It's 73-65, and Edgewater will take timeout. A little shaky there last couple of possessions. 26.3 seconds left, and it's an 8-point lead for Edgewater, 73-65.
The question is, again, a little tweak right there by Haley Clark on her ankle. But, I mean, go back to, what your discussion was about programs that say they're going to be here and stuff. That's great. I think that like life, you can't run before you learn how to crawl.
But I think it's interesting because I hear a lot of teams, a lot of coaches or teams will say, well, our goal is to win state. Our goal is to get the Final Four. And that, to me, that can't be just reachable. It's just not. It's not possible for everyone to say that.
No.
And I think you need to know your obviously what you have, but how you build to that point is interesting too. As McCullough in the backcourt is fouled. 20 seconds left. You
don't hear Roy Williams or Bill Self or Tom Izzo say, "Hey, we're in the Final Four."
That's a good point. They don't say that.
Because
they know
every game that you play. Look at what Brad Stevens. If that's the case, he tells guys at Butler, "We're going to be in the Final Four." Yeah. How many people thought Butler was going to be in the Final Four back-to-back years, let alone in the national championship back-to-back years?
That's got to give a lot of teams hope. That may never thought they could get to that level that Butler has done it 2 years in a row.
Mid-majors have been in the Final Four the last 4 or 5 years.
VCU last year, yep. Free throw short. VCU and Butler last year. He had 2 mid-majors in the Final Four. 74-65. We're in the last 15 seconds of the game. Long three is thrown up no good by Kayla Thompson. Rebounded by Clark. Clark is fouled. And that is going to bring it in near an end to this game. And Pensacola going to come up short at 26-3. Their season will into the state semifinals. The Edgewater Eagles will improve to 27-4, and they will play tomorrow at 1:35 for the 6A state championship against our game upcoming between Miami Norland and Winter Haven. That should be a good ball game. Should have a good crowd from nearby Winter Haven here at the Lakeland Center for this next game. A lot of Edgewater fans and Pensacola fans on hand for this game. A 10 a.m. start as Clark misses the free throw, and not a bad game for 10 a.m. Both teams have really shot pretty well in the second half. These early games, sometimes you wonder, but they've been playing well today.
They really have. Both teams played pretty well.
Prince will now check out. And the second free throw rolls in for Clark. She makes 1 of 2. And it's 75-65. Last 5 seconds of the game as Gibson will run all the way down. Missed the shot. Rebound to Clarissa Cutliff. And Edgewater will run out the clock, and they will play for their first state girls basketball title since 2007. They won it in 2007. They were the runner-up in 2009, and Edgewater back to the state championship game. They'll play in the 6A state final tomorrow, and Pensacola's season comes to an end. Their 5th trip in a row to Lakeland, and another great season for Allison Davis's team that comes to an end with Edgewater winning at 75-65. Coach, good working with you. Enjoyed it.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Talk to you again next week for boys basketball as well. Coming up at noon, a reminder to buy a DVD of this broadcast or any game during the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals. Be sure to go to FHSASports.com. Kelly Neff and Clarissa Garcia coming up at noon. Miami Norland and Winter Haven in our second 6A semifinal. But our final in this 6A semifinal, the Edgewater Eagles 75, the Pensacola Tigers 65. For the coach Rick Victor, I'm Marty Palman with the entire crew here in Lakeland. So long for now from the girls basketball finals here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.